Hi, in one of my last videos I had a slight audio problem because audio got cut off due to a short circuit in the USB device. Anyway, I decided, since I had a recent comment about asking where's the audio, that I record it once more, so it will be slightly different from the other video, but the main goal is still the same: easy victory over China using Japan. Oops, and delete. New game. I will try to explain as much as I can, so if you're an experienced player you probably won't watch this, but if you find something, maybe you will find something useful and see maybe some approaches on tactics that you haven't seen before. This video is not for experts, to be honest. I don't do micromanaging. I don't care for Air Force that much. I don't combine troops to high efficiency. I don't care for the Navy so much. So it's the main goal is having a really headless victory over China. So you can't do much wrong if you do it like this. Okay, first of all, we need purge the Kodoa faction, and we will only using one template, so that's why this can. Oh, I have to see. Nope. I should have colored buttons. Let's see. This 20. I have to create a complete new division. It's cheaper. A template. Okay. About carriers. Okay, I will explain something. Naval bombers, like the name already said, is only effective on high seas, I would say, when you have a carrier. Otherwise you use... Wait a second, I can't talk and click to this at the same time. Ah, Jesus. Okay. And merge them here. Okay, first of all, carriers. That's important thing because you use the carriers as a mobile airfield, and the airfield probably is very fast, useless if you are in a shoreline here, like in a coastline here, where was an airport like this one. Imagine this does not belong to Japan at all. Yeah, or you are in a different country. You play in a different country, and you approach this one with a carrier. A carrier has only a small capacity. Even I don't have carriers in that area, I still can rule the seas by air force, because when I outnumber and outrange the opponent. So a carrier is only useful when it goes to an open sea, like here, or if you are playing as Germany, and you probably don't have a need for carriers, because the most important thing is the English Channel. And after capturing France, you have many airports, or even they are not... Where are the airports? I don't know. Oh, here. You see? Airbase level. And you can get the superiority above the sea by air. You don't have a need for carriers. The carriers come handy if you mainly focus on high seas, I would say. Otherwise, they're pretty useless when it comes to this areas. You can just spam your own naval bombers. So that's why we don't have a need for carriers that much for China. So the saying, oops, like this, and the rest we can delete. Say when I say we don't have a need for carriers for China, because China don't has any navy at all. I think maybe one cruiser or something like that. I cannot remember correctly, but those fleet we have here is right now really not the key. We only needed to prepare the naval invasion for China. Yeah. The next one is we need some factories. Oops, not here. And then we need some more factories. We need a lot of support equipment, a lot of artillery, and a lot of infantry equipment. The rest is absolutely not our priority. The next thing is, which is very, very, very important, we have to gain some troops ready. Taking tanks and this one and put them near the border to prepare them for a border war with Russia. The next part is we change the doctrine where it is here to superior firepower doctrine. We have the grand battle plan doctrine. This is a very versatile tree. You have to use this one. It's useless for China, to be honest. It's useless. You have to combine it with motorized or tanks, and as you can see, it is very versatile. It gives you in almost every aspect a huge a small advantage. But this one here is what we need for China, the superior firepower doctrine, because it gives us so much soft attack, and China is mainly soft attack. They don't produce tanks. So we use this doctrine to break through the defense. Probably they don't have any defense that can stand against the superior firepower doctrine. Trade, yeah. Okay, trade from Manchukuo. Only one resource because it's our puppet. And the rest is okay. So far so good. Preparations. No, they are not done yet. Forgot about the carriers to fix. But I'm too lazy right now. Okay. $600, yeah. Every point gives 200 capacity in the airbase. and this one is too far away, so we are using this one to gain air superiority in this area. And when the naval invasion here and here succeeded, they can split. Steel for guns. And the next one is test the Soviets. Okay. So as you can see, right now I'm not preparing any templates because I'm lacking the army experience. I need 70 points to have the template I want. Actually 80. 50 for the bicycle divisions and 30 points for the support companies. This one can go away. Okay. Decreasing the research time is important because we have, of course, a bad research time because we are limited exports and not free trade, and we have the militarism. Test the Soviets on a victory, on a success. It gives us 50% on research doctrine, and that's very nice. Yeah. About fleets, normally you don't put such huge blob of ships into something, because when some ships get damaged and some still could fight, and you leave one blob here, all the ships will retreat and repair themselves. This means the area is not defended at all while the blob is not here. That's why you put tiny amounts of ships and have them smaller, I would say, for having still a defense when the ship goes on a repair. Okay, escalate the incident. What the fuck? Whoa, 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 whoa. Why? No, what the what? Why? What? No, 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 no. I'm not accepting this. That's complete. Why is this one? Because it was standing here and not here, was probably. That's horrible. Yeah, that's should not supposed to happen like this. I assume that was very bad. Yeah, whatever. I wish I trying to find an explanation for the failure, but you stupid troops, you get deleted. You You know what? I delete all of you because I don't want to see you anymore in my life. And you, shame on you. Shame on all of them. Superior firepower. Oh yeah, I was not finished talking about this. The first one gives soft attack on all frontline battalions. You can mouse hover here and see what frontline battalions are. As you can see, Bicycle Battalion is indeed listed, so it gives 20% soft attack. When we have here, oh great, entrenchment, yay, because we entrenched always. Yeah, no, we are attacking, we're not defending. So concentrated industry, we are not changing much. Mainly we need our artillery and infantry equipment, and this is normally can it stay like this? The war is quick, so we don't have a need for huge supplies. Stupid. Okay, let's fix the air wings here. Naval bomber is more important than fighters because they inflict the damage, and like I said, oops, it can be 3 more. Okay, sorry for the interruption. The bombers do the damage to the ship, and the fighters try to defend the ship. So you have to find your best ratio. Of course, better bombers, better fighters, always a huge advantage when you upgrade the tech. But Japan has low tech, and the enemy does not have any air force right now. We only care for China. Okay, prepare coastline. I just pick random officers. Normally that's not a good idea. When it's not a good idea, why I'm trying to do it. So it's not a good idea to pick the high skill officers because you don't get any traits probably that you want. I need a long time to upgrade. I am actually not sure if this counts for a fleet. I don't know. Yeah, no, what I'm trying to say is, if you have something like mini carriers and you are picking someone that's learning here like this one, yeah, forget what I said. I'm not sure. On land it is when you have a division like this and you put one officer, then and you start to fight them and you see he has a penalty of 100%. So nothing comes in effect here because he has a penalty of 100%. But because of this, it can happen that he gets this trait. Skill travel. Can you read by this one? And the traits can only be unlocked by gaining experience or by events. When the army size is +6, you're more likely blah 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 blah. That's group size, army size. Yeah. Skilled stuffer is when you can have them to maximum of 30. 30. So more likely to gain logistics. Yeah, whatever. But you can read what probably gives this advantage. Experience gain while you see naval invasion, or this one here, Panzer leader. Experience gain while ammo ratio more than 40%. Okay. So we will get on this one very likely the infantry leader, because infantry ratio is more than 80%. Later, not right now. Probably right. Nah, this is cavalry. Maybe it counts as infantry. I'm not sure about this. Okay. Let's see, artillery be surplus. Everything looks good. I have a need for... One second. I have a need for... this support equipment, yeah. Because 1,300 is by far not enough. We need like 5,000 to supply our troops with bicycles. You may ask yourself, what's the difference between bicycle division and cavalry? There's really, for real, there's only a slight difference. That's supply use. I think cavalry use more supplies, but we can check later when I unlock it. And that's in 70 days. In 70 days. Okay, doctrine, land doctrine. The airport's still not built yet. And we can go in war in like 6 months, I guess, is fair. We need more aluminum. Always trade with your puppets first, because they give way more resources. Then you will trade with others. Finally. Okay, now first of all we check the difference between the cavalry infantry bicycle. It doesn't open the second one, sadly. Okay, so we have to compare them like this. So as you can see, the supply use is this one, and when I go mobile, the organization of a cavalry is higher, the suppression of a cavalry is higher, the training time is lower, they use less infantry equipment. Oh no, wrong. As you can see, I totally said the opposite. When I said cavalry, I mean bicycle. You see, the cavalry has more organization, that's true, and has more suppression, but needs more training time, and more infantry equipment. The defense is better, but the supply is on the bicycle divisions is less, which is very great because the poor infrastructure of China. Okay, but the next thing is we have a better movement on hills, mountains, plains, urban, marsh, and the cavalry only has a combat minus on some areas, where the bicycle division only has movement. So as you can see, they are very, very fast, and they don't lack on some areas, some damage, some attack. So the bicycle division is, I would say, faster in movement, of course, and requires less supplies. But we can compare them later again if the trees are finished, if the doctrine tree is finished upgrading, then we can see more of this. Okay, and land doctrine research time. Okay, let's see, we still need, no, I actually can start training them. Let's see, can I use any of this to save some experience points? This one probably. Oops. Edit, duplicate, no. Infantry, bicycle. So we are saving 10 for this one. Bicycle battalion template, yay. Good. Now we can click all of this, exchange them, and as you can see we have a need of support equipment, a huge need, and this is good. More industry. Okay. Training. And Sadly, no artillery designer. Okay, now I can prepare this one. Okay, this is for the invasion. And this is for the other invasion. I don't understand this, to be honest. Why it's saying no division and I cannot assign them, but when I unassign them, I can assign them. This is 5 divisions, 4 divisions, 5 divisions. I don't understand this. To be honest, I don't understand this. I don't get it. Anyway, this one is the reserve for this both. So I don't need to train. I just need to put them here and this one there. Okay, great. Out of supply? No. River. That's good, because we have some rivers here, as you can see. Actually, when we have this Beijing problem solved, Beijing is here, but when we want to advance from Beijing, there's a huge river here. So this can help. They do. Here we focus on generals that have infantry or out of supply. Yeah, that's probably nice, but not very neat because we don't have a huge supply demand. So when we take reconnaissance, this is probably nice. It helps picking tactics. And what is this one? Oh, a junkie. Yeah, let's just take this guy. He combines both, and this one. Okay, and then a field marshal. So you can say this one probably has the higher attack, but this one is the supply consumption's lower. But this field marshal is better for our use. Okay, and now we upgrade one more, because Recon Company can't I just sit here, please? Oh yeah, I can just draw a fallback line like this, and then the rest of the troops will go there. Fallback line. Okay. Actually, manpower is enough. I actually can go into war now. 600 days. No, that's not nice. Where's the production? Here. Okay. Even I'm low on the supplies, does not mean it lasts 600 days. My production is going up with every day by, as you can see, 0.2%, and my maximum is 70%. So there's still a lot of a lot of space for improvements. Okay, almost forgot what I need next. I need from now on 140 days to enter the war, and this one is when I round, I would say 200 days for the production to finish. Well, maybe 200. What's it saying? And 50 here? No, that's okay. No complications at all. And here goes the bomber. We don't need interception because they don't have any air force, so only air superiority and close air support. What is this saying? 30 days? No. Oh yeah. I remember I wanted to explain more about the stats here. Okay, suppression is the resistance level. So when you have a resistance and they sabotage your your infrastructure, this will suppress this. Reconnaissance is when is this one here, the support company. It gives you a better chance to pick tactics in an ongoing battle. So you can have a slightly better tactics in a battle, resulting in how do I explain this? Imagine you have paper, scissors, and rock, and when you know the other one is using always the rock, so you can choose between rock, paper, and scissors. Of course, you should take at least a rock to not lose, right? And so that's what reconnaissance is doing. It's try to detect what the other is using for a tactic, and so you can counter it. This happens on AI wise, so you only can improve the stats, but the tactic is chosen by the AI itself. Recovery rate. Recovery is the organization you have right here is 60, I have right now a high organization, but my fighting strength is reduced because of lacking of the supplies. Organization gets lower as you fight. When you fight, then it gets to probably 0, or if you win, probably only to half of it. But when it's 0, they withdraw out of. They go out of the combat and try to regenerate. And it depends on the battle plan, execution. Execution strategy. They attack faster or they take more time. So this means when you take this one, they will only attack when they are high on resources, and this one means they will attack when they are high on when they are high, just high, not low. And this one they attack constantly without thinking. This one is when you really want to push hard, and you should only do aggressively, of course, when you have the upper hand. It's yeah. Okay, and this one here, this is the preparation plan, and this one is the entrenched. Right now here, there should be a plan. Am I stupid? Why is there no plan? Oh, I don't know. Maybe since they changed with the update, maybe this guy has to make the plan. Okay. Anyway, let's continue talking about the stats. Soft attack is how they attack. Oh yeah, it's saying here how many attacks the unit can make versus enemies with low hardness. Of course, soft attack only works against enemies that have no hardening, and hardening means tanks. Tanks. Armor vehicles. The air attack, yep, we don't have any air attack. We let this handle by our air force. The breakthrough, how hard a unit can break through, yeah, that's actually self-explaining. And the defense, yeah, is defense. Nothing much to say. Hard attack means the attack you use when you fight against armored vehicles. The higher that is, the more damage you inflict on armored vehicles or armored troops. Piercing is the same for armor value. The higher piercing you have, the better you can fight against hard attacks. Piercing is only for hard attacks, so when piercing units with high piercing is like tank destroyers. Yep. Okay, this is how reinforcements can arrive to the battle, because sometimes you attack with like this one, 5 and 8, and when, like said, yeah, half of it is out of the battle, but there is still room, there is still combat width in this area to attack, then they have to wait until they get into the battle. When they are called for reinforcement, they are called for reinforcements much more likely when they have a high initiative. Yeah, entrenchment is how they can dig into and defend. The combat width is the most important. The normal combat width is 80. So when we have like 30 combat width, only 2 of this units can into the battle, and we have a minus of 20 effectively, because they can only fit 80 in total. So having 4 combats of 20 combat width is better. I would suggest you taking maybe 5? Nah, 5 is very low. 5 is actually very uncommon. But saying 10, 15, 15 is... I would try to make it always 20 or 40. 40 if you have a huge front is probably not so great. I don't know. 40 is good when you are going to defend in the coastline or something. When you expect a heavy attack, and you put a high division there with 40, and then the enemy has to try to. Because when you when you have huge defense, it's harder for the enemy to go through there, and since you don't have a high need for those initiative because you're already defending with a high amount of troops, it's more likely to win with more troops. Whatever. I cannot explain it well. I'm sorry. I hope you get the idea of what I'm trying to say. Okay, enough said. We still have almost 300 days, and there is 100 left, and factory output increasing. Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. It's working. We can start the schedule for the war is set in 2 months. In 3 months. And the last step. Okay. Whew. Everything is set so far. The troops are a bit low, a bit. It's better to have like 800,000 troops, because the right now for the start it's no problem, but later the front line is very big. It's probably ongoing like here into here, and then you have a lack of troops, so you have to push some troops later. Okay, next one, attrition or attack. We go for attack and attrition later. Attrition is when you are in the mountain areas. For instance, there are other ways of attrition too, when you have low supplies or in the combat. And you see here the division attrition. The division attrition in the mountains is 40%, and that's huge. Attrition means you are losing equipments. Like here, I'm not losing any equipment right now, but when I'm in the combat, you will see the attrition statistics here. Okay. Okay, let's see. Am I ready? Not really. A bit more time. And I have a lack of aluminum. Lacking aluminum, and we imported from, let's say, Germany. If I don't have the resources, that will decrease the production per day. So good. Oh, almost forgot about the artillery. Good. Oh, we can wait these days. That's okay. So I attack at full strength. Six, 3. It's 15, and another 4 is 19. Waiting for support equipment. You can see right there down. Waiting for equipment to be produced and delivered. Okay, that's it. I'm attacking now. It's totally fine. Declare war. And now we enjoy the spam. And go. And here we go for integrated support because we don't want to suffer from slow troops. We want to pick the soft attack bonus, this one and this one. That's 50% in total. I want to explain this. We have a max speed of 6.4 kilometers per hour. This means when we put artillery inside the not inside the support company but inside the normal template, then it will go down to 4 because the artillery is only 4 kilometers per hour, and this will slow down the bicycles and renders them useless. Okay, the war will probably... oops. Okay. Okay, very nice. And now, very important, what means very important? It's important, not very important, but escalate the war. You have a you suffer from 50% attack, and you want to remove this by escalating the war. You can do this 5 times, and then you can do another decision that's called Ichigo, that gives attack bonus. Let's see to this one here. That's my planes, as you can see, the fighters and the bombers. The bombers attack the ships, and this one, the tactical bombers. Anyway, there's tactical bombers try, or I don't know why they have tactical bombers, but they will try to shut down the fighters, or at least the naval bombers. So you can see having more naval bombers can inflict more damage, but also means you are more likely to get hit by enemies because you cannot defend it. If you don't have any air force here in this area where the ships are fighting. So when you expect a huge battle like the English Channel, always put planes, if you can, always put planes by hand in this area and let them overlook and support the ships. Oh, he has a trade free. I did not saw this. Yeah, no. Oops, here's a... Okay, war bonds. That's a good one. Reduces consumer goods for factories. When you see it like here, military factory with 33. And then let's try this. War bonds. And it's still 33, yay. But you can see here the war bonds. Reducing the amount. Okay, here we have opportunity to cut off these from the supplies. Okay. Oops. You don't have to micromanage. The troops are superior to the troops from China and the warlords, but yeah, if you do, you win the war probably much faster than normally, but you don't have to. You just can wait and relax. Oops, almost. Okay, more research. And there we go. Now they try to break through here because they don't get any supplies. That means they probably have in the next 2 days they don't have any supplies left to fight. 2 days. I mean, through attrition and all this, they will lose their equipment and lose the organization. They cannot regain organization, and therefore, when I will not attack, you see, and they still have supplies, whatever. If they are out of supplies, they cannot fight anymore. And they retreat to this area here, and when they cannot they vanish and go to the casualties. The casualties here. So they cannot use them anymore. Oh, okay. Deployment. Okay. 60 days. And oh yeah, that's what I wanted to show. The equipment that's lost by attrition and the enemy losses. And right now you see I have almost 4,000 by attrition. I have losing more by attrition as for combat, so I'm decreasing this by the military stuff I choose by 8%. Okay, let's see. Let's encircle them. The more units go to the casualties, the better for us. So they cannot fight again. China has a lot of units, I mean, in the manpower reserve, but that does not mean they cannot. That does not. I mean, blah, God. They still have, when they lose troops, they still have to rebuild them, retrain them. Okay. Great. Artillery upgrade is very important. Let me show you why. You see, the soft attack is 30 by a second tier. And the first 25, and we get a huge bonus on this. And then we will add later, we will add this one, soft attack 30, 38, and this one has, I think, 32, 34. And that's enormous, because this and the rocket artillery also gets bonus from here. So it's a huge amount of soft attack we can acquire. They're attacking too fast. Come on, come on. Yep. Good. That's enough manpower. It's very hard to break through the mountains and then a river So this is better execution it carefully. Let's see. We don't have a need for these troops. Artillery. Let's see the casualties. More could be better for us. As you can see here, his forces comparison, he's very weak because they just can defend here on a mountain. And then here's a river, so it's very unlikely he can break through here because they have defending bonus. Let's click here. This is a tactics that AI is picking. This is a combat with. My troops here have 80, 120 in total. 120 is because they are attacking from different sides, and this adds some combat with. He has 48, but he's lacking air superiority, and I have air support. We are currently losing, but my general is better skill. When I see he can be level up. When he has mountaineer or something, or adaptable, it's more likely that he will win in such a situation. Entrenchment speed, nope. This is nice. Oh, I said it before and I forgot it again. Escalate the war. Here's something that should not happen. There's a hole. So otherwise we could use the field marshal to handle all of this, but I really dislike it because when here are the troops from this general and here from there and there, and when it can happen that the field marshal sends these troops exactly to this position, and this is very ineffective. It's not that bad because they are pretty fast, but it should not happen. So I better use it like this and have more control by myself. A beta ratio is 1 to 10. So let's try to achieve this. Let's see how effective. Attrition. You see how much attrition we have? That's insane right now, because we're hitting the mountain areas, and here we are on the mountains. let's see by the template. Oh, I have supply shortage. Should not happen. Let's see by the template how effective we are. 99. That assuming it's the latest tech you can have. So like support artillery. It's the latest tech as tech 2 and not tech 3 or tech 1. It takes the what you have researched to the maximum. Oh yeah. Let's see this. We had 99% and 99 soft attack, and this gives us 25% bonus on support companies. Let's check again. Ta-da! 10% more. That's good. Oh, here, what's this? Oh, the stockpile is going down. Oops. Oh, this is something that should not happen. This can end badly. I don't know if I mentioned it already, but don't call Menguko and Manchukuo into the war. Manchukuo is not the problem, but Menguko, because as you can see, he has troops here, and that's nice. They are not fighting in the front line, and this will only expand the front line, and I already have some lack of troops. As you can see, only 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, and this will only increase the front line, and yeah, that's not what I need right now. Oh, but I need this one. Let's see if for the casualties. It's pretty high for me. After reaching Chongqing, the war is done actually. We can try to encircle them. Oh, Soviet troops. Oops, what's this? Some troops trying to break through. About the resistance, you can probably put some troops to defend and yeah, but actually I never do it. Besides, I'm playing Germany. It's not very needed because the war is very quick in China, only 1 or 2 years. Depends on your micromanaging. Oops. I remember what I wanted to do. This and... Oh. Okay. Checking the casualties. 124. Not very great. The win ratio could also be higher. But the surrender progress is pretty much done. Reaching Chongqing will make them surrender. Ichigo gives me a bonus, attack bonus, and that's it. Oh, nice. Let's check for trade. Okay. As you can see, it's only a matter of time when reaching Chongqing. You cannot rush to Chongqing. That's very, very unlikely because there are mountains and rivers, so you will probably lose many of your resources. And you simply don't have the industry for this. If you would have put some troops on the resistance areas, and yeah, probably working because you can afford losing equipment. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Trash units. The problem is these units they give you and depend on their own resources. So when they fight for you and losing equipment, and you have a huge stockpile equipment, they don't use it. They depend on their own country's stockpile. Chongqing is almost captured. Okay, then it's time to improve the equipment once more. I just want to touch the country, so they definitely go into the peace conference and cannot withdraw because the country has not been touched or something like this. Okay. Chongqing. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. That's good. That's good. In the late games, normally you have like 500 to 600 on some divisions with tanks. Oh, that's nice. Yep. Good. Very good. Chongqing captured. 1, 2, 3. Why they don't surrender? They simply refuse, huh? Guizhou? Come on. What is wrong with these people? Why they refuse to surrender? I'm not playing against Germany. Ah. Ta-da! Take all. Take all. Take all. And take all. Ta-da! So, very easy. Yep, it's okay. I did a bit of micromanaging, not much. The next thing would be attacking Russia, consuming Manchukuo and Menguko, because I simply don't know for what's the reason they exist in this game. Of course, historically it has a reason, but I have more profit from the resources itself without trading my factories, and yeah. Okay, here we go with convoys. Yep, as you can see, that's it. And if you want to see the next part, how to attack Russia with this, yeah, it's almost the same, but I will keep recording, and so you can probably check the next video out. Okay. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I try to answer them. So far, thanks for watching.